Hello everyone, it's been a while. It's been a long time, hasn't it? We're going to do a quick review of Tales of the Empire, which I feel did a good job just filling in some of the gaps of the Star Wars canon overall. I really enjoyed seeing the different stories go on in this little short series. Each episode is only like 15-16 minutes in length. So this review won't be too long, if you get my drift. You really get to see everybody just kind of growing their character arcs. Barris, Offie, and of course, the other character, let me see here. Of course, Morgan Elsbeth. Morgan Elsbeth, I believe, gets a much well-deserved backstory in this, kind of showing how Morgan Elsbeth kind of grew her power through time and was not the weak villain which we saw in the Ahsoka series in the animated version. Animated version really did good on showing what Morgan Elsbeth was actually capable of, besides falling so easily to Ahsoka, which I thought was silly, honestly, when we're thinking back on Ahsoka. Of course, spoilers, of course. I assume most people at this point have already watched Ahsoka, because it's been several months after the fact. Actually, might actually be coming up on a year and a couple of months from now. I think it was last September. I think it came out, somewhere around there. Honestly, I found the series kind of enlightening to see what was going on with Morgan Elsbeth. Basically, Morgan had an ironclad hold on her citizens the entire time and would not let go. Even after the war had ended, and Thrawn clearly was gone. Obviously, there's some things that you enjoy about the series, such as seeing a young Admiral Thrawn kind of running around before he's Grand Admiral Thrawn. To me, that was quite interesting to see that plot point develop in the series itself. Honestly, it's kind of interesting to also see Barris Offie's arc in this as well. Basically, the first 3 episodes are focused on Morgan Elsbeth, and then the last 3 are focused on Barris Offie. Honestly, I did not expect the arc that they chose for Barris Offie, but honestly, I suppose the best way to describe this is you have a balance, of course, in this. Like, you have kind of like your good character, bad character kind of arcs in this. In a sense, without giving too much away. I don't really think that there's really much that they could have done different with what they had. I think it's rather interesting to explore all this side action with these mini-series. Tales of the Empire really just is a nice short little sitting that you could finish in like an hour and 15 minutes pretty much. I kind of give it like a nice 8 out of 10. Obviously, I know some folks don't like the arc that Barris Offie took in the series, because you're like, what? Why wasn't Barris here and there when this and this was happening? Obviously, I think they'll kind of open up the story a little bit more as time progresses. I haven't forgotten about Bad Batch. I just kind of want to rewatch the finale and make sure I haven't missed anything. And I need to double check back to see if I ever made a Season 2 review. If not, I'm just going to have to include that and rewatch Season 2. That way I can say I have a good, complete review of everything. This is kind of like a nice little primer until I get around to that. Honestly, overall, do I have anything that I thought could have been improved with series with Tales of the Empire? Maybe a little bit longer episode format, but I get that they're just trying to save on time, I guess. That's just what I got out of it. Why else would they sit there and speed through the plot as much as they did? The series. Oh, look at that! I got a stuck one. I look at it as kind of like filling in the gaps. It's like the whole Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Jedi is meant to fill in the gaps between different series. That's just kind of how I see it. Will we get a season 2 of it? I don't know. I feel like we would be getting a series, be getting a second season of Tales of the Jedi before we got Tales of the Empire again, or maybe we'll do a back-to-back one. The style that they animate in is similar to the Clone Wars, but enhanced. It's more like a Star Wars of Clone Wars Season 7, but amped up even a little bit more for quality. Honestly, it's not really about just seeing these characters back in action again. It's seeing long-awaited questions answered, such as what happened to Barriss Offee, why is Morgan Elsbeth so focused on in the Ahsoka series when we weren't really seeing much of her in previous movies. It just seems to be just kind of a focus on developing decent characters, at least with these more recent adaptations of Star Wars, versus those sequels that really just were not the best performing at the box office. Overall, do I think that the series is going to have an interesting season 2 when it eventually rolls around? I'm sure, because we still haven't explored much on Darth Plagueis and what actually happened to him. Like, already we know it's implied that, hey, Palpatine got rid of him, but how did it go down? I'd like to see that in live action, really. I think it would be a decent thing to see overall. As for when can we expect another Star Wars series, I don't know. I guess only time will tell on that. We're going to get a bunch of signals. I called it. That'll be helpful. At least on the battlefield. Obviously, being away all this time doesn't help much, now does it? Now that there's another Lady Killer show out there that, or should I say, Killer Film Review channel, it's kind of interesting to see the dynamic. Obviously, he has more time on his hands versus me to make videos. Competition I see is always a good thing. I never really discourage it, but he's British, so treat him well, I guess. But he does not have any relation to this channel whatsoever, the other person's channel. I do respect them and all that they do. I'm going to respectfully continue on from what I was doing before. That's all I can say. And I created this channel, there wasn't any other people running around with the name, so I'll just keep going on as I always have. Anyways, I wanted to say thank you for all of your support. The TLDR, why I've been away so long, is pretty much work, 2 jobs, and trying to make it by with what I got. Hopefully I can get out another video this time, focusing on Bad Batch or another movie I happen to watch, and I hope you have all a great day. And please subscribe for more videos. Appreciate all your support. Thank you.